My boyfriend told his friends I'm obsessed with him because I asked him not to flirt with girls at parties. 3 months ago, Malcolm started calling his behavior just jokes whenever I questioned anything. The pattern began in September when I asked him not to flirt with girls at parties. He laughed and told his friends I was obsessed with him. Dean, Randall, and Curtis all found this hilarious. They started making comments about clingy girlfriends whenever I was around. Malcolm didn't stop flirting, he escalated it. He made sure it happened where I could see it. At bars, he'd spin girls around the dance floor and lock eyes with me like it was a performance. At house parties, he'd lean in too close to women he'd just met, laughing loudly, then glance over to see if I was watching. When I told him it hurt, he'd sigh dramatically and say I needed to work on my insecurity. His friends became a chorus. If I said anything, Dean would joke that Malcolm needed a leash. Randall would ask if I'd checked Malcolm's phone that night yet. Curtis once told me I should be thankful Malcolm was honest enough to flirt in public. Every comment chipped away at me until I started questioning whether I was actually overreacting. At Curtis's birthday party, everything felt staged. Sabrina showed up late, dressed to be noticed, and Malcolm lit up the second he saw her. He didn't introduce us. He didn't even acknowledge me. She stood close enough that their arms brushed constantly, and I could see her nails tracing patterns on his forearm. Malcolm didn't pull away. He smiled wider. Dean and Randall hovered nearby, phones already out. They weren't hiding it. Every time Malcolm laughed or leaned closer to Sabrina, one of them nudged the other and whispered. The room felt smaller with every minute. Malcolm drank nonstop. Shots, beers, mixed drinks, anything offered. He kept refilling Sabrina's glass before it was empty. I stood there for nearly 2 hours, trying to join conversations that shut down the moment I spoke. Eventually, I just watched. When Malcolm kissed her, it felt unreal. Like something happening on a screen instead of in front of me. The chanting started instantly. People stared. Someone near me muttered, "That's messed up." No one intervened. Malcolm's grin afterward was smug and deliberate. He wanted a reaction. Sabrina stayed pressed against him like she'd won something. I left without saying another word. The text started before I even backed out of the driveway. They got crueler with every message, blaming me for ruining his night, his image, his fun. By the time I got home, I felt numb. The next morning was worse. His Instagram stories played like a highlight reel designed to humiliate me. Every post felt calculated. Every caption was meant to punish. When Malcolm showed up at my apartment drunk and angry, the mask finally slipped. He said things he'd hinted at for years, things he clearly believed. I told him to leave, and for once, I didn't soften my voice. Dean's message the next day made my hands shake. The way they talked about me, like I was a project, a lesson, a problem to be fixed, made everything suddenly clear. Celeste's screenshots confirmed what I'd been afraid to admit. This wasn't carelessness. It was intentional. Malcolm sent a shirtless photo of himself in bed with messy hair. "Single life is treating me incredibly well already." He captioned it with more laughing emojis from all his friends. Malcolm thinks he knows exactly who I am. He thinks I'm still the same naive girl who apologized after our first fight 2 years ago. The girl who blamed herself when he joked about my weight in front of his entire family last Christmas. Right now, he's probably out celebrating with his friends, thinking he's won some kind of victory. He has no idea what's coming for him. Click here to watch full video.